Fame, I don't know what is fame, but all I see the love which I get from the people is karo abhi choose karke karo film. That is one learning. And then choose partners. See, I'm single. Learning. So no regrets. There is this IT cells, there is this and there is that, which will get behind your back so bad that every one thing you say, you have to be like thinking 100 times in your mind what comes out of them. Phone pe bawal when I'm up like abroad and ye chal raha hai, like hero ke sath kya chal raha hai and this and stuff.
The streets were deserted when her serial, The Path-Breaking Gaane Opare, would air, and the theatres are full when her films show. I'm in conversation with the feisty and extremely beautiful Mimi. Thank you for being part of this conversation.
My pleasure.
It's a pleasure too.
Yes.
My first question to you is my favorite question. Go back to the days of Gaane Opare.
Yes.
What would you tell a young Mimi then, today?
Young Mimi, I would tell. I don't know. Young Mimi was very cool, very. She could take anything, but I could take anything, it could come my way. But she was like, I have to reach there, I have to be there all alone. So I was all alone here in Kolkata, and my parents were not aware that I'm doing this serial, And then one day this promo comes on air. And my mom calls me up and says, you are on some serial or what? I said, no, that's not me. And then I hung up, So those days,
It was a parental disapproval?
Yeah.
Yeah?
100%. My father didn't talk to me for like 9 or 8 months. Yeah. He said, I have sent you there to get your degree, to be there. But I have big dreams, so I was here only to be here.
So have you been plotting to be an actress since the age of 5?
Yeah. So I will tell you what. So I was very small when this song like tip tip barsa. Oh, who doesn't know? So this used to come on the TV, and I used to see Raveena Tandon change her saree and stuff and things like that. All the heroines used to change when it comes on TV. So I had no idea what TV is. I used to feel it's a box. And I always used to tell mom that, Mom, how can I get inside the box? So mom used to tell me that only if you study hard and you're a good human being, you'll get inside the box one day. So my main motto and agenda of life, I have to get inside the box. So slowly with time I realized what it is. And then always I said that I didn't know the word heroine or an actor when I was very young. So when people used to ask me, what do you want to be? I used to say the woman inside the box. That.
So what were your earliest childhood influences in terms of, say, Bollywood, Bengali actors? But anyone's career you really...
Like, I really loved watching Akshay Kumar and Raveena Tandon, Karishma and Govinda, and Dil To Pagal Hai, Shahrukh, Juhi, and this was my growing up things. I used to visualize songs in my mind, and I was so much Bollywood inside, like so much filmy inside. Kida. It's like, and we were not allowed because I used to stay in Jalpaiguri. It's a very small town in North Bengal, and in suburbs, quite interior. And we just had like one cinema hall that time, or 2 probably. And we were not, if anyone from our family has seen us around the cinema hall, we are like finished. So I said that...
So you came from a very conservative family.
Very, very, very. So I still remember, mom has given us 10 rupees, like Didi and me 10 rupees, go and watch Lost World. So we went to watch Lost World and didn't get out of the hall, and the next show was probably some Bollywood show. So we sat and watched that and came. And we were just quiet. Because we were so young, we used to sit and we used to think that, sitting on the front seat is the big deal. So we sat with that 10 rupees ticket, probably, I don't know how much was the ticket. We just sat on the front and saw the entire movie like this.
So that was your brush with Bollywood.
Yeah.
And Gane Opare led to your big movie.
Yes.
So absolutely. How were you discovered?
This is again very funny. So, how Gane Opare happened, because I was nothing like the character I played. Poope, the character I played,
Yeah.
I was nothing like that.
You were in traditional.
I was this Ritu, what Rituda can do to you, he can give you the perception to the people that this person is that only. So he has this magic, so...
He taught you to wear a saree.
Yes, absolutely. And to walk in a saree. The first day I walked, it was his house, he gave me a saree. He made me wear that saree, put the kajal and everything, and said that walk. And when I first walked in a saree, he was like, oh God, stop! And I still remember his expressions. And
that's Rituparno Ghosh you're talking about.
Rituparno Ghosh I'm talking about. So, so he told me how to wrap a sari around, how does a woman stand, what is the aura of Poope. And I think I was 19 or 18 or something like that when I was playing that. So generally I was always in my shorts, in my military shorts, and a loose t-shirt and a backpack. I used to travel like that because I used to travel in auto and stuff. So I still remember somewhere someone wanted to take my interview, so I took a bus, I went there, and the office didn't let me enter. So I said, I have an interview. Okay, idhar baitho, ekane bosho in Bangla, they said. I said, but I am this, I'm playing this guy. They said, oh, what? But you look so different, because I used to wear a wig and then a sari and then so much of kajal and all. So Rituda's involvement in my life is from the time that I can first wrap the sari around me,
How many episodes? And he directed all the episodes?
No, he didn't direct all the episodes. He directed like 25 episodes or 20 episodes.
And how many? It ran for a long time.
No, it didn't run for it. So it was the lowest TRP serial.
Really?
Ever. Like the highest TRP that Gane Opare had was 5 or 6 or 7.
But that's big by today's standards, no?
Yeah, I don't know, but everyone used to say it's such a high budget serial, but no. So it was shot by 100 episodes, I guess. So I never knew what Gane Opare is. When it finished, everywhere I used to go, it's like one day I was in that departmental store with all the groceries in my hand, and I was waiting for the auto. So I said that no one knows. I have small hair and no one knows. And then two women came, took my bag, put it in the auto, and they said in our language, "Bachcha meta dadi ache and you can't, like, ye choti bachchi khadi hai, tum auto mein khadi, pata hai tumko wo kaun hai, wo ye serial karti thi." And the auto wala is like, what? Yeah. So yeah, that was fun. That was new to me. And Rituda was so much like. Still, I remember Rituda used to call you like Onik Adur, means bahut pyar.
Lots of love.
That is what he used to send. Like that time there was BBM,
Yeah.
Used to send you that randomly. Just he will see some episode and then he will send that. That was Rituda.
When did you learn that? What was your breakthrough as an actor? When did you learn acting? Was it on Gane Opare?
No, it was just the process, Jitesh. Like 1,000 takes and this and that. I guess so much of hard, like Bangla, like literal Bangla, like hard stuff. It was a Rabindrik thing, and you can never go wrong with that. If you're gone wrong, you are finished. So, and today I can tell you that half of the thing I said there, I didn't understand that time. Now I know what I have spoken. It was in some Hotstar or something which I watched later during COVID times. And I said that I said such, how could I remember all those? And serials that time, like all the senior actors are there and you are the new one, you are like, you can't give so many takes and stuff, and I am very happily giving 20 takes. So that is how I learned literally.
Nice. What does fame do to you? Did it change you overnight? And then how did the movies happen? Like how did you get your movie?
Fame, I didn't realize fame. I still don't realize fame. I don't understand what it is. I just love working, and that is what I do. I see people being happy when they see me. That is all it means to me, because I have really come from a very, very small place, and I have always dreamt to be known, to be visible, to be prominent, to be somebody. And from that, what God and my fans has given me is more than enough from me. I don't ask anything more. I'm blessed. So fame, I don't know what is fame, but all I see, the love which I get from the people is
crazy. And you have incredible popularity, as we all know. So what was your first film experience like?
Okay, so my first film was Bapi Baricha. So that was a Prashanjit Chatterjee production, and then SVF took it. So again, that Gaane Rupare casting was there, okay? So they wanted, the film did well, but not
You and
blockbuster.
Arjun.
Me and Arjun, yes. So the film was okay, not like blockbuster kind of. So my blockbuster was my second film. It's Bojhena Shey Bojhena.
Okay.
So Jitesh will not believe, it's unbelievable. I had literally seen people get in trucks and getting out of the cinema halls. I was like, what? And that is when I realized that when my character's name is Riya, okay. So there is the actor in that film, Shoham, says, "Oh Riya." So when I used to go for events and shows, people used to call, "Oh Riya, oh Riya." That is still there.
Really?
Like when I go for events or shows, people just say that name. So that is how the commercial thing came.
So what did the director of that Bojhena Shey Bojhena teach you?
Being spontaneous, I think, and also going all out. Just don't think about whatever you think you can do in front of the camera, just do it. The liberty he had given me. And also to be like, less jittery, I guess. I was very nervous first. I am still nervous. Like first day of shoot, I still feel I am a debutante. But he just taught me to like take in commercial films, like so many people, so many crowds. So that is what I learned. Yeah.
And how many films since then?
25, 30, I guess.
Wow, that's 2000. Which year?
I
was Bojhena Shey
started
Bojhena?
Bojhena Shey Bojhena released 2011 or 12, I guess.
So what have you learned about yourself as an actor? What was your real breakthrough you feel as an actor?
Serial actually teaches you this. Serial teaches you light, position, this, that, because one camera is on Jimmy always. It is moving. So you know where to stand, and there are like chunks of dialogue which are soliloquy and stuff which is going on, no? So I think serial taught me how to take light and to become technical, and how to become technical was taught to me by commercial films. Because large scale, too many people outdoors, you cannot block the road for like whole day and stuff. So I think both.
And when I say breakout, is also your breakout as an actor. When did like all the A-listers, A-list banners come to you, and right now you're the face of so many brands?
Yeah.
When did all that happen?
Okay, I didn't realize. Slowly and gradually. So I'll tell you a small story. So my granny, she's not here now. She told. So first time she came, that time I used to live in a rented apartment, small rented apartment. So my family from Jalpaiguri had come, my granny, and that was the last time she could travel. So she had come, and that was before Durga Puja time. So Belur Mott, no? So Belur Mott.
Suchitra Sen also used to.
Yeah, so Belur Mott is every Bengali's peace place. So my elder sister, my family went to Belur Mott. I was shooting somewhere else. So my mom still, whenever she says this, she has like tears in her eyes, saying that Didu, I used to call her Didu. So when Didu was coming back from Belur, she was in the car and she said that, I'll tell this in Bengali and then I'll say, she said that, সবার হোর্ডিং আছে, সবার পোস্টার আছে, মিমির কেন নেই? একদিন দেখবি ওর সবচেয়ে বেশি হবে.
Nice.
So you understood, no? What she said. I feel so emotional even talking about this, because that time I was just starting. It was 12, and today I feel if she was here, it is her blessing only, I guess. So it everything happened gradually, and of course, yeah. Yeah, sorry.
No. You want to take a break?
No, I'm fine. Yeah.
Another thing is what I have noticed is no godfathers, no nepotism, no boyfriends, no husbands to promote you.
Yeah.
But how do you do you feel proud of that? How do you look at that?
I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Does nepotism happen a lot in Calcutta as well?
I don't know about nepotism, but I would say that, what do you call it? Favoritism, you say? Yeah. Is that the word?
Has it happened to you?
Yeah.
Like, give me an example without naming names.
So I'm not naming, and so I'll say, not like it didn't happen to me once. It happened to me a lot of times. Still now, just few months back, it had happened to me last year. So it generally happens that a script comes to you, and then you're like, you are finalized, and just 10 days before going to the floor, you know someone else is shooting it. You even don't know it. Like someone else is shooting, and then you come to know it from other people. So this happened to me recently. So this script came to me, and the director was like, if I tell you the names, you'll be like, huh? So I'll tell you later the names. But it was so the script came to me, and it was, the character was fine, and it was not a glamorous character. So it was a story based thing. So when the director called me, he was like, he is thinking of me only and no one else, I see you, you have to put on a lot of weight, can you do it? I said, yeah, if the character wants, I will do it. So so for a character, for me, is like when I think of a script, I get into it, I am always thinking about, how will I do it? Can I walk? Can I drape the saree like that? I'm in that. And then he said the Nona film, the film is not happening because we are not finding a good actor opposite you. I said, okay. And then that film was half shot, and then I realized, then someone told me, no one is telling me, okay. So someone told me that, right, that film is being shot. I said, okay, but why didn't the director tell me? It's fine, he's shooting, but ethically he should tell me, no? So
he's written it for you.
Yeah, written it for me. In Bengali, আমি তো তোকেই দেখছি ওটার মধ্যে, মানে हम तुमको ही देख रहे हैं उसमें, ना अभी तो कैसे हो गया फिर? So this happens
a lot,
yeah. But I don't care.
But fine. What about like is there? I mean, I see it, but star children, like in Bombay, it's like a big thing.
Yeah.
Privilege comes with a lot of. But none of that happens. Like you said, probably reverse nepotism happens here.
यहाँ पे तो Jitesh, like, if you are someone, like, I don't know, I should say this or not. If you're someone's girlfriend, someone's husband, someone's wife, then you don't have to worry that your first film is a hit or a flop. You're getting back-to-back work. This happens here. So this is a part. So that is that. Because you have a production house backing you up. You have something backing you up. Yeah.
True. You've also been very vocal about pay parity.
Yeah.
And what made you take that stand? Usually heroines don't. I mean, Bombay, a lot of heroines are paid higher than the hero.
Yeah.
But how did you arrive at this?
Because there was so huge difference between both the actors that still here we have to stand, after so many years of my job, I still have to say, no, I cannot take this money. And it is very sad that when you leave a film for that amount of money, someone else, half and half of a price is doing that. So it is so sad that you cannot even, the woman for whom you are standing up, they are not standing beside you. So that is also very sad,
So do you heroines meet and hang out, and can heroines be friends?
So we had done it in our 20s, early 20s. Now, I think everyone is busy with work and things change.
Although I guess the interests are common, common films, common everything. Mm-hmm. So then there's that sort of competition. You're all vying for the same kind of roles, I'm guessing.
See, I am telling you one thing. What I used to think in my 20s, I think it much clearer now. I was never... If you are my friend, if you are doing a film, it might sound very vague for a lot of people. They might be thinking that I have just staged it and speaking like that. No, this is what I am. If you are my friend, I will want you to grow. I'll be happy in your growth. But if that same reciprocation is not coming from your end, and I am fine, and I can feel the negative vibes from you and 5 people telling 5 things, I'll directly address you. Did you say this? That people denies once, twice, thrice, and then I know that person is saying that, because then they will.
So it's happened to you.
Yeah.
Basically, double speak.
Yes. So. And then I felt like my home is, and also success speaks a lot. If you have success, you have people hovering around you. If you don't have success, they won't. So for my best place right now in this entire world is my house, my study, my music room. I love that. And my kids, my 3 kids, 4 kids I have. They are the best. So, and also I have like 3 or 4 friends which I have.
So who are these friends? And more, before we come to that, who has really supported you in your career decisions? Like everybody, one has a mentor.
Yeah.
You know, not necessarily a godfather, but a mentor, or everybody has somebody who can see what you can't see. Did you have somebody like that?
Very early in my life, I had definitely I worked with Rituparno Ghosh and the biggest directors that come from Kaushik Ganguly to everyone. I worked with biggest houses, but I actually never had a mentor. I had that, wo upar jo baitha hai na, I had him. So whenever something was going wrong, whenever something I felt it's not right, why do I deserve this and this, I just kept my patience and I wrote it down. Whatever I felt, I wrote a letter to him every time. Every tear I dropped, I wrote a letter. Every happiness I felt, I wrote him a letter. So I think he is my mentor. And the rest is destiny. And today here, if I am here, is because of my fans, of course, and my work. They are only backing me and no one else, I guess. So.
What's the kindest thing that has been said to you and the worst thing that has been said to you?
Kindest thing. People say a lot of kind things now, also you're a good soul, you're a kind person, we want more like you here, this, that. And the weirdest and the worst thing which is still here, a lot of things might have been said, I have forgotten. But this was my first, I used to do modeling for pocket money. And then I signed up for a small serial, which ran for 3 months. I was not even the main, I was the side part, They were giving me 15,000 rupees that I was like, oh, 15,000, kuch bhi main to kar rahi hu bhai. So I did it, and I sat for the makeup, and the makeup artist said that, you don't look like a heroine because your nose is broken, which is still, because I used to play football. So your nose is broken, you don't look like a heroine, so I will not do your makeup. That is, he didn't do my makeup because my nose is broken and my skin was dark because I used to play a lot outside, and that time I didn't know sunscreen and stuff, And then I used to date a person that time, my first love, He told me, you should go to the village you have come from. You are not meant for this place. This is still framed in my mind.
He's told a 17-year-old child.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said, okay.
So have there been similar cases? So basically he was gaslighting you.
I don't know what he was doing, but this is something is being there.
So did you come?
I have gone to Buddha classes and everything, but this never gets out of my brain, it's just there.
So what happens when he sees you now, if at all he's around? If he sees
I don't know, I don't know, he's a drunk.
So he's lost to the world.
Yeah.
Great. Since you've talked about your
Karma.
boyfriend, talk to me about relationships. What have you learned from your relationships? Some men are red flags, some men are green flags, some people are the entire forest, and some people are the entire Red Sea. So what is your take on relationships? Like, what have you learned from your, like?
I'm very
when was
bad at that, yeah. I don't know. मैं तो if I'm in love, I'll think that ये ही सब है and this and that. And at one point of my life, I really only thought about getting married and this and that. And then came a phase in my life where I never want to get married. And now I'm in a phase in my life, they're right decision.
So you're single currently.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Absolutely,
understanding.
yes.
But what is the longest that you've been in a relationship?
Oh God. 3 years, 4 years, 3.5, like that.
So what did that relationship? I'm guessing you've had couple of, not just one.
No. I had 2 good relation only in my life.
Okay.
Only like relation.
And both lasted for like 4 years.
No, both lasted. There was some 2 years and some 4 years. That's it.
So what did these 2 relationships teach you?
So this was my first relationship, which I was talking where I was like berated to like the level you will not understand, and
You were told, you were gaslit and told.
Yeah. So, and then I dated some other person who was like, initially I felt the love of my life, and then I felt suffocated because I was so much dominated, and because that time I was just rising, and people used to come and recognize me, and that was a pain for that person. And there was relentless fights, and still I was so young, I didn't understand that's a red flag, and that was so detrimental towards my mental health and everything. And there were fights, and then I was working like 4 or 5 films that time in a year. So there were like verbal abuse, mental abuse, like not verbal like literally abuse, like you understand, right? What I'm gaslighting, exactly.
Yeah.
So this was happening, demeaning, phone pe bawal when I'm like abroad, and ye chal raha hai, like hero ke sath kya chal raha hai, and this and stuff. Literal stuff started happening, and then I became a rebel, and then stuff happened, and I was like, abhi akeli hu, shanti se hu.
So what have these relationships taught you? That you have a magnet for the wrong men? What?
Yeah, so that's why I'm single for so long now. So.
But I refuse to believe that. How can a pretty girl like you not be dating?
Very alert I am.
You think men, you intimidate men because of your success?
Yes, 100%. And I don't want any toxic men in my life anymore. Like saying like getting intimidated by the press, getting intimidated by anything. But I want someone in my life who supports me. That is what I need. At the end of the day, when I go back home, I want a friend with whom I can talk to, a person with whom I can share feelings with, and who is not insecure of like things I have. So, yet in search.
You mentioned mental health, and I try to normalize those conversations in my interviews a lot. Did you have ever, it's a high-profile job, failures, public, successes, public. Did it ever affect your relationship, for example, or a couple of things like that? Does it affect your mental health? Did it affect it? Did you ever go through therapy? How do you deal with your anxieties?
So this has been a long process. So first, as I said that I belong from a very conservative family. So when I was dealing with this anxiety, and when my palm was sweating and my hands were shivering and my legs, I had like severe social anxiety. I was there on the stage talking, but I could realize that the mic would slip, that because of the social panic it was happening inside me, and I knew that I have to address this. And it was 2017 when I addressed this to my mother. My mom said that don't go in public about all these things. Why do you say it like publicly? But now I have also done a therapy with my mom also about our relationship, about what now she's so much open. She talks about it. She wants me to go there. So from 2019 to 2023, I had taken this like regular therapy thing.
Which did you have medication as well?
No. I was struggling, but I tried my best not to go there. And meditation, journaling helped me a lot. And I had like severe panic attacks. suppose today both of you have an interview or thing, I will overthink, and suppose I know you for 10 years, but I will just keep on overthinking, and then there will be a point where I will just break down. And I was just brushing it under the carpet for a very long time. And also when I got into politics, so in 2019, and I was not being able to deal with the pressure also that was coming my way all of a sudden. And so a lot of things together amalgamated and triggered that. So thank God I start. And also the death of my first pet, he was Chico. So he was like 8 years old, healthy baby. And one good day, I take him to doctor, blood test, and he's diagnosed with cancer. And he just died in like 2 months. 2 months. I took him to Chennai, I did my best. And that loss of my life, and then my granny also, my Didu also went. It was COVID, I couldn't go and meet. All those just pushed me inside a box and pressed me so hard that I was not being able to breathe. And then I changed therapist, a lot of therapists I changed. No one was able to help me. I started having medicines to sleep because I couldn't sleep at night. I was overworking just to get out of all that. Then I met this therapist who is now my therapist, whom I know for the last 4 years. She has really, really, really dealt with the issues she has been a friend to me through therapy, with whom I felt comfortable talking about. And now I can actually talk about the losses of my life and everything in a better way, I guess.
You tend to brush it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Now you address the issue.
Yeah.
That's nice. More power to you.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Fantastic. And you mentioned politics.
Yeah.
How come you took the decision? And when celebrities join politics, there's always a certain amount of skepticism.
Yeah.
It's for the power, it's for the fame, it's for the this. How did you take all that? Is this at the peak of your panic?
That is also something which triggered my mental health also so much. So when you are in this profession, the media is different. But when you get into politics, there is opposition also, which I never realized before. And I had no idea about that. There is this IT cells, there is this and there is that, which will get behind your back so bad that every one thing you say, you have to be like thinking 100 times in your mind what comes out of your mouth. It can just become a meme and destroy your career. So that was also a part of me saying no to politics also, yeah.
And that's why you gave up?
Yeah.
So you saw a lot of more acting in politics than an actual field of acting.
Oh God, yeah. In politics, आज मैं तुम्हारी दोस्त हूँ, कल दुश्मन हूँ, परसों फिर दोस्त हूँ. It goes on like that.
If you turn the clock back, are there any regrets that you have? Anything that you would have done differently?
No. I have no regrets. I just have learnings.
Like give me 2-3 learnings.
So I did a film. I wanted to do that film so bad that time. That film was the biggest budget that was happening that time. Durga Puja released that, this, that. But now when I sit and watch that film, I say, why did I do it? So it is a learning.
You acted in that film.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is a learning. That's not a regret. I gave the songs of that film are like blockbuster. So that is a learning, no? Karo abhi choose karke karo film. That is one learning. And then choose partners. See, I'm single. Learning. So no regrets.
Choose partners
wisely.
Okay.
Those are few.
There are actors who influence you. Has there been an advice that an actor or someone has given you which has stayed with you a lot?
So a director called Ravi Kinagi, whose film I did previously when I was doing commercial films and all. So he told me one day, बेटा अपना सब्स्टिट्यूट कभी मत छोड़ना. So उस टाइम समझ नहीं आया क्या बोल रहे थे वो. never leave your substitute. You should be you. No one should substitute you, like, replace you rather with someone else. If someone wants you, they should have only you
In mind.
in mind. Exact word I forgot, but this is how what he meant. It stayed with me inside.
How do you deal with stuff like body shaming, being trolled, or like, for example, there's so much, it's such an ageist, the glamour world is a very ageist kind of industry. Somebody says, use fillers, do Botox.
Yeah.
How do you deal with stuff like
So
that?
I had once a reporter called me up, just didn't ask me anything, She asked me that, from where did you do your jawline surgery? That was the question. It was not like, can I ask you a question? Is it, have you done? I said, अभी तो वो ऊपर से मम्मी बोल सकेगी, ऊपर से आया है, वो अभी कैसे बोलूँ मैं? That was a question, like 2016, 17, like that. I said, jawline surgery होता भी है क्या? Like, I was not aware. I said, dude, what are you talking about? Like, I didn't know how to react. So, and then one day I read a comment. So I posted some workout video or things like that. Someone just randomly wrote there, yeah, she has done liposuction, no, that's why she's thin. I said, what? And so things like this, like rando things just pops up. Earlier I used to really feel bad because my mom is also in Facebook and she also reads all those stuff and all. But now I am like,
doesn't matter. Also, does it, as a single woman, does it make you vulnerable? You had the RG Kaur case,
yes.
and Calcutta. It's not a safe. Our future generations are inheriting a not so safe world. Does that bother you?
That's why I'm not having kids. No.
Never say never.
Never say never, but for now, no.
But do you miss a companion? Do you miss? What do you miss? What are the advantages of being single and what are the disadvantages? What do you miss?
Yeah, so what I missed is, I will tell you, I just came back from this trip. I went to this Scandinavian blocks. I went to this Iceland, Finland, Lapland. I did all of that. So there I really felt that I wish I had someone, like not a companion or anyone, just someone. I did a solo trip, I wanted to do a reincarnation kind of trip where I can sit and have this 5 course of meal all alone, saying that abhi ye kar liya to sab kar sakti hu main. Snow mein like luggage खींच सकती हूँ तो सब कर लिया मैंने. But there I really felt that, after the whole day, like once I finished the day, I come inside and it's just snowing and you have nothing to do. You just feel like talking to somebody. Might be anyone, That is what I felt that time. And otherwise I don't know. I don't feel much about that. Like, but what I feel is that if I start feeling like that, I might end up into a wrong relationship, It should come to me very organically. And
How long have you been single now?
Very long time, like 6 years. Like,
I refuse to believe that, but it's okay. I'll let you go. But does social media trigger you? Does it trigger you? Like,
yeah.
How do you hack it?
I don't hack it. It's just let it be. It used to trigger me a lot, but now not.
Like, give me an example.
Now I sit and watch Curb. Like when I have time, I see comments and laugh. Ask my staff. She's saying, "Didi, why are you why are you reading comments?" They're like abusing me. I said,
But why would they abuse you? Just like that, fan clubs.
Fan. Yes. Just random like fan clubs fighting. So, yeah. Now I laugh at it, but pehle I used to get triggered. Like, why are they doing this? Why are they saying this stuff? Someone will say that you have done this, you have done that, you have done this. I said, कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना. छोड़ो.
Also, your song with the Bangladeshi artist really broke the net, and the kind of and obviously dancing is one of your huge assets. You want to talk a bit about that?
So after, Moni from SBF, Monila said that, we have this film.
Toofan.
Yes, Toofan. which is going to be a Toofan. I said, you're just saying. He said, no, I want you to do this. And I said, tell me one thing, this is a commercial film, right? He said, are you giving me dance and songs? He said, I'm giving you like the best song which is coming to this city. I said, okay, can I hear the song? So he sent me the song. The director came, he wanted to have a meeting, so he flew down from Bangladesh and he made me listen to the song. I said, walked outside, I said, Shrikanta and Mother, I'm doing the film. I love the song. I just did the film because of those songs. And I'm happy I did it. Yeah.
So, do you have like a career strategy? What do you have like a bucket list? I need to do this, I need to do this. Do you have some?
Yeah, that I have.
Like what? Like what are you?
See, I believe, I don't know if the word ambitious is right, but I believe in achieving things a lot. Like, मुझे ये भी करना है, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to sing, I want to dance, I want to act, I want to do this also, I want to do that also. So that's there. I'm never satisfied, you know.
Have you ever thought of Bollywood as one of your bucket lists?
No, I have not thought of. If it comes my way, it's very good, but it has to be like the characters also what I am doing right now. Like it has to be good. Like I can't be just someone in the film. I have to be someone important in the film or in the web or in the prominence should be there. So I can do it. Otherwise, I am doing injustice here also.
Even this Diane.
Diane, which is coming. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, put in March. Yes.
You know, it's horror. It's a horror genre. And do you like? What did it take to do something like that?
So it is basically a thriller. And it's on the taboo called Daini, which is called the witch hunt, which means that this kind of things still exist as so much prevalent in our society still today, and we don't address it. So it's a 12-hour story which shows my journey towards rescuing my sister who has been said that, like a witch. So it's a thriller, like a nail-biting thriller. If you get time, you do watch.
Of course.
Yes.
Has it dropped?
No, it will drop 14 March.
Okay.
So it is about that. So yeah, things like that where I really want to do in Bollywood. Yeah.
What has challenged you most among all the roles that you've done? Something that's really challenged you as an actor?
I don't think, not yet. It's yet to come, I guess. Oh yeah, like when I did Posto, no? So it was long time back. So when I did Posto, a lot of people from the industry told me that you are a commercial heroine, you are so young, you shouldn't be doing a mother's role, you know, and you will be typecasted and everyone will give you roles like that. But I listened to my heart. I had to do the film. I said, I am Soumitra Chatterjee. Oh my God, what are you saying? Who gets a chance to work with a legend like him? And see, I had a scene with him, and this Posto also got made in Netflix, no? Yes, Shastri Viruddh Shastri.
Yes.
Yeah.
And finally, what does Mimi look to life at say 40? If she were marooned on an island, what were the 3 films of hers that she would take along with her?
Oh, my films? No, I will not take any of my films. I will just take my dogs, sunscreen, and water.
So your films are so bad that you don't want to take your films.
No, I'm doing my films for my audience. I will not, because I'm very self-critical, you know.
Yeah.
I cannot, like, if I'm sitting watching my film with my family, I'll feel like, what are they thinking? What should I have done better? You know, this should have been better. I'm over-critical about my work.
Also, are you an overthinker?
Yeah. Super. उसको ये क्यों नहीं बोला, उसको तो ये बोलना चाहिए था, उसको ये क्यों नहीं किया, अरे तब तो ये बोलना चाहिए था. It was more that now my therapy is working, so I'm thinking,
it saps you of energy. You should not do it. You mentioned your sister and her baby.
Yeah.
It's something about monitoring. You want to talk about
that? Yeah. So my niece, who recently turned like 5, she has, so she's not allowed any screen time, you know. She can hear, she can listen, but she's not allowed to see it, because also she has glasses and all, and doctor said that after a few years she will get a surgery By that time, also, if you give her the phone, telling her when she comes to my place, I said, watch it, watch it. She said, no, it's bad for your eyes, you know. She's growing that way. And one time when she saw, and she's not aware of what I do. She just tells me that, you know, when I go to school, people tell me, Mimi is your Masi, no? Mimi is your Masi. I said, no, Mimi is Mimi. Mimi is not my Masi. She calls me Mimi only, okay? She said, Mimi is Mimi. I don't know what you're talking about and stuff. And then my song, this one, Dushtu Kokil came like it became like people liked it. Yeah. So probably her friends have said, and she was telling her mother, Dushtu Kokil, and her mother was like, no, it's like a long slit dress, I can't show her this, that. I was like, come on. And when my sister was not there, I put it on the big screen, and she was like, this is Mimi, and then she started dancing to it. So this was her only screen time in like probably years.
Yeah. Yeah, but children's screen time must be reduced.
Yeah,
definitely.
oh God.
So, well, I hope you continue to be this smashing success that you are on screen and this lovely person that you are. Before you go, we have an audience round.
Hi ma'am. So I really wanted to know that what is your dream foreign destination and why?
I've just been there, like Iceland, and I loved it. And I saw Aurora Borealis, and yes, that's.
How politics have impacted your acting career, you think?
I think people started believing that, you know, I'm leaving my film career because there's something in the market that people started talking about, and then later I came to know about this, that I'm leaving acting because of politics. So gradually I had to choose one.
How did Ganer Opera change your life?
Oh. First it was Rituda, definitely. Second, it taught me a lot of things. It reintroduced me with Rabindranath Tagore and the songs. There are a few in my YouTube channel also which I sang. And technicality, definitely, and to mug up lines, like which we say in Bangla, like patar por pata. So yes, pages after pages.
I have to ask you, you're also this very acclaimed singer. Is singing comes easily to you? Does singing or acting come more easily?
Oh, that's a difficult question. Like, I just sing because I love singing. It just gives me.
But did you like train? Did you rehearse classical?
So my family is trained. Like all of my sisters and cousins are trained. I never got trained. But when everyone was training, I was learning how to ride a bike. So yeah.
And play football.
Yeah, exactly. And break my nose. Yeah.
Among all the characters you have played so far, which is the closest to your heart?
Closest to my heart? Well, most of it, yeah. Most of it is socho concept. Most of my character, like you put your like blood and sweat to all the characters you make, no? So I said most of it, yeah.
Do you remember your first audition? How was your experience?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I didn't know. So it was this room where there was a trolley and the camera was there and the camera was moving. I didn't even know how the camera works or not. So I went inside and I said, you know, jaldi kar. There was a huge line. I have just come in for free lunch, you know. So I just walked in for free lunch. They had chili chicken and fried rice for lunch. That time I was a non-veg. So I walked in for free lunch and I said that abhi mere paas time nahi hai, amar kache shumay nahi hai and stuff. They said, okay, go in for the interview. They thought that I might be somebody and all, someone's daughter or someone. So they let me in and I went inside and then I saw a couple of people and they said, okay, give me an angry reaction. I gave them an angry reaction. Give a crying reaction. I gave them a crying reaction. And they said like, talk to your boyfriend, how will you talk? And I think that is the part I lost it. So, and yeah, that was and I got the part, yes. That I got the part like this third lead or something.
Hello ma'am. We all know Toofan has created a great impact in Bengal and in Bangladesh. So are you looking forward to any other collaboration with Bangladesh in near future?
I mean, if they have like blockbusters, so definitely. Like something like Toofan, yeah.
Thank you for being
My pleasure.
chatting with me today. It's been a privilege.
My
Thank you
pleasure
so
and
much.
honor.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.